Yeah, I guess I guess I will stay to the 1 million. I really appreciate y'all so much. Let's see if we can get it there. That'd be incredible. Yeah, I don't even post at all. Like, I post like once every 2-3 months on this, and I only got 1 million likes. I'm like,
people are interested in this national news story.
That's crazy.
Instead of clicking in the summertime.
Yeah, when I heard about it, I was like,
Jay Davis, Hong Hong. You didn't think I'd stream tonight, did you? What up, Corbusier? What is happening here?
it was like, some desert. Exactly. Yeah, that's terrible.
Joe Discount.
Like,
Hong Hong Hong.
Yeah, that's his fan right there. Yeah.
I'm missing profits every day.
It's so crazy too because they're like animals. They're like very, very smart.
You can still hold out hope that I'm not going to make it all the way through May.
That's what I call my mom.
Took the no.
Like aware, I feel like, of what's going on.
For sure. I called my mom and she was like, yeah, they're super intelligent. So he knows exactly what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Just watching a whale die tonight.
Grandpa, they're posted up here all night.
I
said I'm
I guess they're giving it sedatives.
Yeah. Oh, there's going to be somebody 24/7 with him.
Oh, they need light. There you go.
So I think they're going to put the lights on him here in a second, so we might be able to see a little bit better.
Hong Kong honorable member. What's everyone doing tonight? How's everyone's day? How's everyone's evening? Jay, did something finally land on Rosie O'Donnell? That's what's going on here. This is Rosie O'Donnell. She landed on the beach.
I know. I'm sure.
No,
I'm the same.
Thank you for joining us on this fine evening while we watch a whale die.
Still haven't made a decision on whether.
Wait, mass shooting in Houston earlier today? What?
Up in Libya.
I didn't catch that part.
Check in on the pitch drop.
Oh.
Pitch still has not dropped.
We don't know how old it is.
Well, that's what the lady said before. They were going to take him up there and bury him, but...
Okay,
1 million likes. Insane. What the heck? I really appreciate y'all. That's insane. That's
Is that right? You don't hear enough people.
Can I screenshot that? Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah, you don't hear anyone mooing at fatties anymore
Yes,
either.
I can.
You know?
That's ridiculous.
That used to be
what the heck?
daily occurrence in the
likes.
90s.
Wow.
Bring back mooing at fatties.
All right, I'm sorry. Y'all can't see anything now. So we might be about to turn his headlights on right here.
What lights are you going to turn on? Beach lights?
If he doesn't... Yeah.
I am looking for other things happening.
I appreciate... Hey.
It's shooting in Yorba Lindy City. Is that Houston? No, that's California. Yorba Linda. Where's Yorba Linda? Right outside Anaheim? Okay. Let's see here.
Does somebody just say I have 19,000 followers? Can somebody check my follow account? When I started this live, I had 14,000.
Yeah, it's very sedated.
Someone tell me what my follower account is, please.
And you may see occasionally.
What? Dude, are you...
Like that.
Okay. Are you for real? I've gained 5,000 followers from this live. What? Oh my...
Did you guys see that Trump is reopening Alcatraz? Trump, today I'm directing the Bureau of Prisons together with the Department of Justice, FBI, and Homeland Security to reopen a substantially enlarged and rebuilt Alcatraz to house America's most ruthless and violent offenders. Hong, 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 Frank. For too long, America has been plagued by vicious, violent, and repeat criminal offenders, the dregs of society. Yeah, Layman, 5,000 plus hongers.
Yeah, I need a jacket for sure.
I guess a lot of people are interested in watching the beaches will die.
It's getting chilly.
Ed, you took field trips there to elementary school? That's kind of cool.
You said the followers are still going up?
Cool. Was it cool?
Oh man, y'all can look at my videos.
I used to love that movie,
I didn't
The
really
Rock.
post much at all. I started posting again the last week or so.
Sean Connery.
I've definitely got some good content. You guys can check it out. It's definitely motivational for sure. But I kind of took a break from TikTok for a while. But yeah, this has got me wanting to post again. So thank you.
We had another hour.
Yeah, duet some of my stuff. Repost it, share it. That'd be.
God, okay. Yorba Linda. Orange County Sheriff's Department is responding to reports of shooting at Featherly Region Park in Yorba Linda. 3 victims were treated and transported to the hospital, unknown conditions.
Was and if that person is in custody. We will continue to follow this breaking news and bring you updates as we receive them.
Okay. Ed, I love your review of Alcatraz. It's cold and it's old. That sounds right. Meanwhile, at Wendy's, anywhere in the U.S.
Not to rectify the situation. Not gonna do it. Fuck you, bitch. They get out my face. Somebody give me the number. Who your general man? Bitch, like I said, every time I come in here, you fucking yelling at somebody. Bitch, I come here every day for my lunch break. Eat me, bitch. You can say that shit walking away. How about that?
How about that?
Now, pick it up, bitch. Pick it all up. Pick it the fuck up, bitch. I ain't destroyed shit. I'm making it messy in this motherfucker. Call the fucking police.
My For You feed is 90% videos like this. Yeah. Mine too.
I hear it.
It's amazing that there's so many videos like this out there, isn't it? Yes, this is Michelle Obama.
This how you end. This.
All I wanted to do was just order some food. Look what I gotta go through. This is crazy. This is totally crazy. I thought I would never be caught up in this type of situation. My man right there running over, he's calling the police. This is some crazy stuff, man. Man, I never thought I would see this type of thing, man. This is insane. Man. Well, this is what it is.
Oh, okay. They have to card me.
This is
Why is the police department? I'm coming, Largo. They can't come. They're stupid.
You call Largo? Why didn't you call Clearwater?
Because I don't got their number. I got Largo's.
Oh, well, that's ridiculous.
That's
By the time they get here, she'll be home eating somewhere else.
How do I lock the door?
You can't find your local police department's number?
Ooh, this is Wendy's.
What's going on at the Jersey Mike's?
That's what you are. Say something. Say something. Say something. Yeah, because I'm going to report you, bitch. I'm going to report you, bitch. That's why you're running away. Make the sandwich, because I'm reporting her. I already got her on fucking camera. And if she don't make that sandwich, she will lose her fucking job. So let's go. Let's go. I ain't fucking playing with you.
Make me a sandwich or lose your job, bitch.
She running from the camera because she gonna get her ass fucking fired. Don't fucking play with me. I will report this fucking spot. Don't play with me. Original Italian. Y'all should know what he comes with. Like, well, how do I have to guide y'all on making fucking sandwiches? Like, are y'all kidding me? Where she's at?
Uh-oh, don't do that, Joe Discount.
Because she can
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Bitch, mind your business. Why are you in the fucking business? Why are you in my business? I don't give a fuck. Mind your business.
Because
Mind your fucking business.
You don't get to
Mind your business while I yell at these people.
I'm not going to be quiet.
Fuck, I know what you gonna do. What you gonna do? I can say whatever I want. It's a freedom of speech, nigga. Mind your business.
No, you don't
If I was a man, you would've got fucked up because you mind other people's business. Mind your business. If I was a man, you would've got.
So you have freedom of speech, but he doesn't have freedom of speech.
Because you made it everybody's business. It's a sandwich.
I'm if I was a man, you would've sat there and you would've shut the fuck up.
Why
right?
would I have
Because you
done
would've
that?
got your shit out. Mind your business, bitch. The fuck? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
I'm a human
Well, I
being.
don't give a fuck. You can fucking move, nigga.
Why I gotta move? You can't treat people like
I'm
this.
gonna treat her how the fuck I
No, you
want.
don't get to treat her
Yes,
like this.
Yo, and what are you gonna do about it? What
I'm
you
gonna
gonna
stand
do
here and
about
make
it?
sure you don't do anything wrong.
Okay, and what if I did? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, nigga? What the fuck are you gonna do? Why don't you go mind your business, get a shape up, go get some new fucking sneakers, you look like a bum.
Okay.
Like you a whole bum, get on my
Thank you.
faggot ass. So why the fuck your faggot ass is in my face?
So my name is
You're a
Caleb. I
fag.
work over here
You're
at
a
the school.
faggot. You're a fag.
There ain't nothing wrong
You're a
with people who
faggot,
choose
a
that
pedophile
lifestyle.
working with kids.
I'm a
A
what?
pedophile working with kids. A pedophile. Look at how he looks. Like a pedophile.
I look good, but
Sagging with a little dick. Sagging with a little dick. Because white men got little dicks. Y'all all got little dicks.
Just trying to get me a sub, lady.
Yeah.
how do you think
You a
this
little
turns
dick.
out?
You
How
a
do you,
little dick. You're a faggot. You probably take it as a food mode. Minding your business, I'm going to talk to you like you're a piece of shit.
does it look like it bothers me?
Yeah, because you're still in my fucking face.
I am not in your face. I ain't approached you in any way. You have taken,
Nigerian, Somali.
you have come aggressive at these
I can do
people.
whatever the fuck I want.
You don't get to
When
do whatever you
somebody fucks
want.
up my food, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. You
Miss.
mind your fucking business. It's
Well then. Wow. Dave Portnoy's pretty mad about this sign that was at one of his bars.
All right, emergency press conference time. So I'm getting ready to go to the Bet Gala. And all of a sudden, my phone, the last hour or two, my phone's fucking blowing up. Our bar in Philadelphia, Barstool Sampson Street, usually a great fucking bar, You know, bottle service, people buy drinks. You get a sign. There was a sign yesterday that said, fuck the Jews. I've been shaking. I've been so fucking mad.
He's literally shaking. You know someone's going to clip that out of him saying it too, right?
For the last 2 hours. Like, I instantly got on. This is why the emergency press conference was late, because I was so over the top. It's like, I'm going to fucking make it my life fucking mission to ruin these people. Like, I'm coming to your throat. I'm never ending. And I just sat, and for the last 2 hours, I have been on the trail. Trust me, I've been on the trail. You think I'm going to put up with this shit at my bar?
Dude, you can buy drinks at his bar? Yeah, it's weird.
Waitresses, the table who did it, and everything you can fucking name. Because I want fucking consequences for fucking actions. So I'm not just sitting back like, oh, what are you going to know? Trust me, I have been on it. I believe the 2 waitresses responsible for the table already fired. I talked to one of them, one of the dumbest fucking humans I've ever talked to in my life. She's at a fucking...
fired some waitresses for serving drinks to people who had a sign? Isn't that their job?
Dance recital. She's like, can I call you back in 20? No fucking honey, you fucking can't. This is your one chance to talk to me. Idiot. Total idiot, this girl. I've talked to the guy Mike Wade who's tagged. Guess what? He wasn't even fucking there. I had this kid basically in tears turning state witness to me, rolling on the people who were there. I've talked to one of the 2 guys who fucking did it. He's like, I'm not anti-Semitic. He's basically crying to me. And I'm just like, I don't fucking buy it for a second. Who the fuck would do that sign in my fucking bar? You think I'm just going to sit here? I'm going to make it my fucking mission to put you in the lights. My fucking mission. Kid's crying. I just hung up on his ass. I go, I'm giving you 1 fucking hour. 1 fucking hour. 2 kids go to Temple. Tell me, how do I make this fucking right before I go fucking ape shit? You want to take anti-Semitism classes? You want to do whatever? You make it feel
They teach
right.
classes
I don't need
now?
your fucking tears.
There's courses for this?
The Mike Wade kid wasn't even fucking there. Wasn't in the bar. We got the footage. He's not even fucking bar. Trust me, they're pulling the footage. They're doing this. I'm 20 steps ahead. I'm using everything.
Dave.
I'm like, I am going to come for your fucking throat unless you give me answers. The 2 girls at the bar, idiots. This one girl, one of the waitresses, I just told her, like, you're the dumbest motherfucker I've ever talked to. 25 years old, going on fucking 2.
I mean, he's literally wearing a Taylor
fuck.
Swift shirt right now, so...
What I'm saying is I'm getting the names.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a little responsible.
St. Floyd's Banana, why are you restreaming yourself? Some people say he kind of looks like me, or I kind of look like him. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. Thank you, Banana. Joe Scott, Dave Portnoy is an Austin character. Yeah, we have a dying whale on this feed. Kind of sad. We got the pitch drop experiment going. Did someone... Did I save that? There's a video of what happened at the bars. The guy's holding the signs and people are laughing or something. I don't know. Didn't really seem like he should be freaking out that much about it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so I guess he's now gotten in contact with the guys, and I guess what he offered to send them to Auschwitz, I think. I'm sending the people who ordered the signs. They ordered the signs at the bar, huh? To Auschwitz to learn about the Holocaust rather than ruin a couple 20-year-olds' lives. Maybe this can be used as a teaching moment. Okay, Dave.
All right, real quick update on the Fuck the Jews sign that was at my bar in Philadelphia.
Yeah, at this point, Dave has said it more than those guys ever said it. It's unclear if those guys even ever said it.
Steam and heat had come out of my ears. And the more I thought about it, it's like these are young fucking morons who did this. They're drunk. It's like, do you really want to ruin somebody's life? And let me be honest. I don't know what's going on in the world. I do, the Middle East, obviously. But I've been doing Barstool for 20 years. I've had more hate, more anti-Semitism in the last year and a half than I've ever had doing it. And whether people, it's like Kanye, the UFC guy, it's like mainstream lunatics.
Jay, that sounds like an overreaction.
What's going on in the Middle East? Just hating groups of people. You hate my parents, you hate my grandparents, shit like that. It's crazy. So, yeah, my initial reaction was like, I'm going to fucking burn these people to the ground, their families, everything.
Wow,
and it's
Dave.
like, you know what? Maybe that's not the best course of action. Maybe I can use this as a teaching moment. And like before people just are like, fuck the Jews or any group and the hate.
He keeps saying it. He said it more than anyone.
This incident into maybe a learning experience, as cliche and very unlike me. But I talked to both the culprits who I know are super involved in it, talked to the families. I'm sending these kids to Auschwitz. They've agreed to go. That's, of course, the...
My God. He just sentenced them to death.
Holocaust concentration camps. Been in touch with the Crafts.
All right, later, Patriots United.
We're going to send these kids to Auschwitz, and they're going to do a tour of the concentration camps in Germany. And
so they get a free trip to Germany?
And maybe
a free European vacation?
Their lives aren't ruined, and they think twice, and more importantly, other people see it's not just like words you're throwing around. So to me, that's a fair outcome of this event. The two waitresses who worked at our place fired. One of them so dumb, Kelly, just the dumbest human ever.
What? Why? Okay. So ruin their lives. Okay. Why were you fired from your last job? Well,
I've ever talked to, and I don't know if she thought she was making a political statement, but it was basically her alone, didn't go to a manager.
That's true. Auschwitz is not in Germany.
Forced another girl to do it. She should have said no,
Okay.
But the other girl put up a fight.
But didn't he say Germany? Didn't he say sending them to Germany and Auschwitz?
Signs, they have agreed. I'm going to pay for it. We're going to send them to Germany, to Auschwitz.
Yes,
and
there
learn a little
again,
bit
to
about
Germany,
history
to
and
Auschwitz.
hopefully,
Dave!
Get educated and use this as a teaching moment. Not just for them, but maybe for everybody. So that's where we're at. So for everyone who wants these kids' lives to be ruined, I think you can lay off, and I think this is a fair fucking trade.
Honorable member. Right, Simply Chief. Come on, can't we get like a police chase or something?
The S&P 500, the Dow Jones, all...
CNN appears to be upset that tariffs won't be passed on to the consumer.
The S&P 500, the Dow Jones, all up today. They've recovered everything that they lost since Liberation Day. Things are actually going really, really well. This whole thing about GM, the CEO saying that there's going to be a $5 billion cost to the tariffs. But she also said something very important. She said this will not be passed on to the consumer. So where is it going to come from, you might wonder? Well, they brought down their projections.
Not all of it will be
No, she said none of it will be passed on to the consumer. consumer, that this will come out of the profits. They projected 14 billion profits. They're taking that projection down to 10 billion. This is what we want.
Okay, but wait.
This is
Hold
what
on.
we want.
Okay.
We want tariffs. So we want manufacturing. We want the billionaires.
So the corporations are finally getting taxed just like the Democrats want, right? They're cheering for this, right?
To pay their fair share, and we want the cost not to be passed on to the consumers, and that's what we're seeing. Such a great example.
Hold on. Let me just try to understand this. So GM's profits will decrease probably significantly as a result of this. Let's take that.
I'm telling you what they.
Oh, not GM's profits. Think of the shareholders.
I know. I'm just saying. Okay, let's take that to the next. What do you think is going to happen when GM's profits suddenly drop? What will happen to GM and the people that work there?
The CEO herself, Mary Barra, thanked President Trump for this because she is a patriot and she understands that the situation we're in with China is not sustainable.
Shareholders would like to have a word.
We sold out our.
No, really? Did a Democrat just say shareholders would like to have a word? Are Democrats cheering on for shareholders now? What?
To China, somebody had to do something about that.
Shareholders
So the corporation is going to take less money. They're going to eat the profits out of the sense of
It's so great to
patriotism.
hear Democrats suddenly being so, pro-corporation and pro-corporate.
No. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm not being pro-corporation. I'm actually being pro-people because what's bad for the corporation is going to be bad for the worker.
What? Democrats are so fucking stupid. Do they hear themselves?
Now look, I couldn't care less about
Sound like Mitt Romney.
Listen. I'll be honest with you. I couldn't care less about any of the corporations.
Corporations are people, my friend.
They're not. Just listen to what I'm saying.
It's like upside down world.
It is. But look, I couldn't care about any of the corporations that were just listed. But what I do care.
The S&P 500, the Dow Jones, all up today.
Idiots. Apparently, ICE has been arresting people all around Nashville in the last week or so.
This should be an.
And some people are not thrilled about it.
Eye-opening for everyone that it's happening and it's happening in our state.
Yeah,
And
I love it.
We cannot let this happen. If our own officers don't have our backs, our community should have our backs. We should have our backs. Hola, mi nombre es Giselle Huerta.
What, did she run out of shit to say, so she had to default to Spanish?
This is probably one of the strangest videos we've made. So
Hang on, what now?
have you seen this viral video of the body cam of a cop being a super racist?
Hong hong hong, low Q. Hong hong hong. That is all. That's all you need to say, buddy. That's all you need to say. Appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat.
Asshole to a black man who turns out to be an attorney.
I'm gonna start this over.
This is probably one of the strangest videos we've made. So have you seen this viral video of the body cam of a cop being a super racist asshole to a black man who turns out to be an attorney?
Actually, I am an attorney, so
Now, we're certainly not police officers, but we've been reacting to police videos on this channel for literally years. And something just didn't feel right about this one, even though no one else in the comments seemed to notice anything. But I started poking around. I found this video, another viral one of the same man in the same suit, this time on a plane and also being
He only owns one suit.
harassed by a racist cop. And wouldn't you know it, he's also an attorney.
Well, I'm actually sorry, I am an attorney.
This video was more clearly fake, as evidenced by the empty plane fuselage that's clearly some kind of set. But there's more. The most viral video of all was this one, which you might have already guessed involved a racist cop being an asshole to another black attorney.
Correct, I'm an attorney at law.
If you pay attention, this one's clearly fake too. That's a prop police car without any city decals on it. The radio sounds clearly edited.
1019.
And code 1019 means returning to station, which makes no sense the way it's used here. Therefore, I have deduced that someone out there on the internet...
So they just have to make up racism because there isn't enough out there to satisfy the demand of the racism industry. The Al Sharptons of the world.
Internet is making fake videos of police officers being racist assholes to black attorneys. What an oddly specific and niche way to try to get views. But it got me thinking, is this legal?
I am still here. Yes, this is weird, but it's also legal. The closest illegal act here would be defamation. You can't defame the police as a general concept. Legally, defamation needs to target a specific identifiable person or entity, which these videos do not. Overall, these videos would likely be viewed as some kind of First Amendment protected parody. But the video platforms that host these videos could take them down for violating their misinformation policies.
This is probably one of the strangest videos we've made. So have you seen this viral video of the body...
Pinky to pinky. I too am an attorney at law. I'm a dog lawyer.
Yeah, his tail was definitely flapping earlier.
Here we're watching a beached whale die live
Y'all can post one of those.
somewhere.
I don't even know. That's how out of tune I am with TikTok. Let's get a whale emoji. Blow up the chat with the whales. Let's give a...
And we're here, fancy shoes to court.
We're not
Of course,
leaving until you...
Of course, Lynn.
That's crazy. Like, y'all...
are glued to the ground.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't...
Like, I have to walk back in the dark, and now I'm scared, but, like, I can't move.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I thought I was gonna, like, just come over and look at it and leave. I've been here for an hour.
Fractal, did I miss anything good today while I was working? I don't know. I was working most of the day as well. Did Fractal and I miss anything today?
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I only saw one stupid tweet about Star Wars today, so I'll take that as a win.
No, I'm good.
Happy Cinco de Cuatro, everybody.
Nah, you're good. You're good.
If you celebrate Cinco de Cuatro.
All right, mods, can y'all please... All right, y'all, clean up the chat, please.
Clean up the chat. Clean up the chat, mods. Get on it, Jannies.
They said cousin doesn't get you banned, so you're good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. They said it doesn't. You're good. Yeah.
Well, also, I don't know what kind of talk, but you said inspiration.
Oh yeah, all I do is post motivational stuff. No, you're good. You're good. Hey, we're good.
Like, I don't tell my sister about this. She like works with like animals, like obviously.
Oh, she does.
Whales, but she's like an animal behavior analysis. I feel like we're done. Like, that's just it. I bet he was already gone because he didn't move
You think?
at all. Like any of those involuntary movements.
Yeah.
At least he came here, like.
I know, right?
Like a proper burial.
Yeah.
Like, treated, like, with dignity.
Gee, yes, the fifth Cinco de Cuatro, the fifth of four. It's from Arrested Development. This lady tries to help this turtle.
It's trying to get out. It's like trying to turn itself over.
Yeah, you guys have no idea where this video is going. Okay, so look, she helped him. He's good. He's good to go now, right? He's no longer on his back. This is gonna end really well. What? Oh shit. Not great. Not a great day for this turtle. Please stop helping the turtle. He's upside down again in a much worse spot. Good job. She did it, guys. She did it. She saved the turtle.
But I'm freezing.
Snakey, it's fine.
Oh, see, I'm
yeah.
trying to get the
I mean, at least it didn't go into those like
I'm failing every time.
rapids. At least it's not.
Yeah,
That's.
She's like listening to this part.
I get the sense nature selected his ass to be done. Yeah, I mean,
right.
That was some Final Destination turtle shit right there. This guy, my dad caught a turtle in his crab net. One they can breathe into the water.
I know.
What?
I can't either. You guys are crazy.
Right, Fractal. Yeah, I was sitting there upside down on purpose, lady.
Darkness.
So your dad drowned a turtle. Is that what you're saying, Goose Guy?
That's it.
You basically waterboarded a turtle?
Alright. I'm out. Follow up, y'all, please. Last time I'm gonna say that. Follow, and I'll update y'all tomorrow. I appreciate y'all so much for sticking it out.
Alright, I guess no more watching a live whale dying. Mike Pence receives JFK Profile and Courage Award for January 6 actions. What? What a bunch of shit.
And as a governor and a congressman, I've seen the American people in good times and bad. Farmers, factory workers, doctors, and nurses rising to the challenge to make a living, to love their neighbors.
Layman, you can't call them whale people.
In the wake of tragedy, hurricanes, wildfires, and losses of human origin. And I am convinced the American people are the most faithful, resilient, hardworking, generous, and patriotic people the world has ever known. I have faith in the countless Americans who make this country work every day. And so should you.
Yes, look you. They prefer person of whale. Yes.
Look after their families. Do the right thing when nobody's watching. And never get a chance for a night like this. I want you to know we see you. We honor you. And we know you are the ones that make America great and always will. And I have that other kind of faith as well. Above the mantle in our home since before our first successful election 25 years ago is a framed parchment Karen gave me. Bears the words of the
May the 4th at Hollywood Studios.
And reads, for I know the plans I have
scrolling through live feeds right now.
Plans to prosper you and not to harm you.
Not a lot going on.
Plans to give you a hope and a future. God is not done with America yet. And I believe with all my heart, if we'll turn our hearts to Him, as President Kennedy said, Ask His blessing and help.
Nerds.
Make His work on earth our own.
Okay, yeah, when's your next successful election?
America's
right?
best days
Yeah, what
are yet
the hell's
to come.
Pence doing these days?
So help us God. Thank you.
Wow. There's like at least a dozen people clapping in this room. Maybe 2 dozen.
Well, hasn't this been a remarkable evening?
No.
Congratulations again to Vice President Pence. Thank you all for joining us for this celebration of political courage. I hope you'll take meaning and inspiration from tonight's program and you'll come back and engage with the library programs over the next year. We hope to see you at the 2026 Gala next spring. Good night, everybody.
Well, that was the thing that happened, or is happening. Oh, did he do a Nazi salute? Did I miss it? Ah, yeah. Oh, yep, there it is. There's the salute. Sick. Is this at the JFK Library?
Well, hasn't this been a remarkable evening? Congratulations again to Vice President Pence. Thank you all for joining us
the
for the
JFK Library
celebration of
Foundation.
Political courage. I hope you'll take meaning and
I guess.
inspiration from tonight's program and you'll come back and engage with the library programs over the next year. We hope to see you at the 2026 Gala next spring.
Look at all these rich motherfuckers congratulating themselves on giving him an award.
Yes, yes, very nice. We did such a good job tonight. Yes, yes. Now back to sending children to the mines in China to work for my company. Yes, yes. Good job, everybody. We did it, Reddit. Thank you. Harumph! Yes, harumph! Where's my monocle? Strowman says he's a traitor. 100 to 1. Thank you for joining us over on Twitch. JFK Center for the Study of Not Announcing Your Plans to Your Enemies, like Tulini Tacos? What? You used to work here, Snick? Caroline Kennedy was a huge cunt? I totally believe that. That sounds about right. Baby Eagles. Live, I think. Oh no, not live. This is not live. This is from 4/28.
it's just 9 minutes of Eagles. Well, there ain't really shit else going on.
I trust my wife.
Okay, did you hear that? I trust my wife. Do you guys think this guy should trust his wife?
I trust my wife.
What do you think, chat? Should he trust his wife? Old school. Boot those kids out. Bitcoin is showing weakness. Will we see an early Monday morning drop? What are the futures? What are the futures looking at right now? Dow futures down 0.5%. S&P down 0.6%. What's crypto doing? Crypto down 2%. Bitcoin down 2%. Ethereum. Solana. Dogecoin down 3.5%. It's blood red, everybody. Everybody panic. No. I didn't realize Bitcoin had gone back up that much. I didn't realize it had approached back up around 100,000. Oh yeah, back to this guy trusting his wife or not. Hang on. Let's go to the beginning.
I trust my wife.
Ooh.
I trust my wife.
Shouldn't have trusted his wife. Shouldn't have done it.
Oh shit! Oh my god, I'm sorry, Kitty. It's okay. It's okay. Oh my god, Kitty, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh my
How
god.
many panes,
Oh my
glass
God,
panes does
Kitty,
this window
it's
have? Like, wait, I missed one. Jesus.
Oh shit! Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Now he has to trust her telling him if his socks match or not. That took me a second. Is that a feral cat? Yeah, I don't know. All right. Back to searching for live feeds. This might be the shortest stream of the month. Ain't shit happening. Philly cam. What's going on the Philly cam? Looks like Philly. Chasing a supercell tornado threat in Texas, New Mexico. There's the other Philly cam.
I'm at 9 o'clock here. Car to the left, truck to the left.
I'd imagine this is what Armageddon looks like. Hey, we have a flame on this guy.
Kimba, it has been too quiet. I was so busy this weekend, I really didn't catch much of any of the protests. I had like 30 minutes yesterday in the middle of the day and kind of scrolled through some of the live feeds. Really looks like turnout was dismal at every live feed I saw. So it seems like, and I haven't seen any clips from any of them. I'm sure something happened somewhere, right? But rather boring weekend. Fractal in Missouri, we go through Armageddon 5 times a month.
Yeah, I'm getting ice and ice. There it is. Ice. This has actually been kind of fun.
Trump put a tariff on foreign films. Look, riot funding is gone. Absolutely. Riot funding is gone.
Yeah.
Seems like the college kids these days have no appetite for it either. Because, you know, a lot of them just did it for fun. You have to go out and yell and scream and break shit.
There's lightning back in there.
Whoa! It's gonna be big. Yeah, watch for hail. Softballs. Yeah.
Softballs. Oops.
Anything to the right? A lot of dirt. Yeah. Yep.
A lot of dirt. Where is this? This is Danxia Mountain Trail. What do you think she's carrying? That's rice? Why? Why? That's not a trail. Yep, no safety rails in sight. No ropes, no safety nets down there. Is this insane asylum at the top? Right, yeah. Chief, can you imagine being the one to carve those steps? Yeah, like how the fuck did they even do that? And once again, why? She gets up there, she's like, fuck, I forgot something. I left my keys down at the bottom. Shit. Going somewhere private to eat her bugs.
Look, that's a lot of fine dirt.
We got fine dirt, guys.
Yeah, you can see the front edge of it. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Is this for real? Did they really do that? I missed this. I missed this photo from 2020. The fucking plexiglass of 2020. God damn. Oh, everyone's so fucking stupid. Literally, like, They had up the plexiglass. You had to wear your fucking mask. But then to hand them money, they would just be like, yeah, just hand it around. Just hand me the money around the glass. I'm like, well, okay. The fuck's the point of the glass? The fuck are we talking about right now? Big C's. Austin, would you carry the rice up the stairs or be gay forever? I guess I'm carrying the rice up the stairs? I remember the orchestra with tent pods around the kids. Yeah, I very clearly remember that photo going around, yeah. Yeah, the arrows in the grocery stores and like Home Depots that I never fucking followed. I'm not following your stupid fucking arrows. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I almost never wore a mask in any of these stores. No one ever said anything to me. I got some dirty looks. No one ever said a fucking word to me, though. I already knew about that. Jarvis, you got kicked out of Guitar Center for not wearing a mask.
Update, y'all. Update. So
Got update.
Nobody actually cheated. Somebody was out here stabbing everybody's tires in the parking lot.
They be stabbing tires.
So it's like multiple cars out here flat, tires flat.
People out here.
Yeah, people out here pissed. Somebody went around stabbing people's tires in the parking lot, y'all. This is crazy. They got both. Oh my God, they got this car too. What in the world?
It was exciting.
Oh, did they get y'all?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Update, y'all.
Purple, your son was kicked out of school for 2.5 years over a mask? They put a warrant on him for truancy? What? It's crazy. This country lost its fucking mind. Was that the update to this?
Hey, sir. Hey.
Dude, what the fuck? Don't be noticing things, guys. Future congressman. His little headset went flying. Boom. Bye-bye, headset. lovely. How nice. They brought their culture with them.
Yeah, because I was being very fucking respectful to this bitch. I was being very fucking respectful.
Maybe he didn't trust his wife.
Excuse me, sir. Because I was being very fucking respectful. Because I was. Get the fuck out of here. You're going to jail, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, because now I'm gonna come outside, bro. Yeah, because I was being very fucking respectful.
Say the line. It's all so tiresome. Huh? Rape classes introduced to explain to migrants Western women are not rape targets? How about you just, yeah, don't bring him here. If they need rape classes, how about we just scrap the whole idea of bringing them here? Showman, why they no shoot? Wait, which one? Who? When you nap so hard, the vultures start making funeral plans.
What's going on, bird? What's happening? What are you doing?
The fuck?
Yeah. He's not going to eat you. He's not going to eat you. I got you. What about...
We're not missing anything happening, are we? Of course not.
Tomorrow. Feels like it.
You ready for it?
Yeah. Where is that gas?
Should be coming up in 2 seconds.
Trump takes questions for reporters.
Really 1 mile away.
Okay. We're gonna top it off with gas. That supercell hover in there, south of us. Beautiful terrain.
Replay from earlier. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't see this, so.
We're strengthening up our military.
Wait, I'm gonna go back to the beginning.
Stephen Miller's at the top of the totem pole. I mean, I think he sort of indirectly already has that job. You understand?
President Trump answers questions from reporters aboard Air Force One on his return back to Washington, D.C. Sunday night.
Surplus their way with us. They've taken advantage of us in various ways. And we fully understand what they were doing. We were being led by people that were not very smart. They were able to be taken advantage of. But I can't be taken advantage of. So at a certain point, I'll be just setting a certain tariff number.
President Trump, what's your PEPFAR, sir?
Say it?
PEPFAR, AIDS treatment in Africa. There's a waiver in place, but people are saying to my colleagues that they're still not getting medicines. And you had AIDS.
Well, that shouldn't be happening. But the other thing, other countries should be helping us with that. And I'm a big fan of getting that solved. But, you know, we're the only country. Where are the other? Where is France? Where is Germany? Where are these other countries? Nobody does anything but the United States. And we spend, you know, billions and billions of dollars. So they should be helping also. But as you know, we did a waiver. You know that, right?
Right.
Well, I can't help that because if we did a waiver, then you have to get your people to act properly in the waiver. But I do ask, why are we the only country doing it?
Mr. President, what's your timeline on the rest of your judicial nominations, and what's your criteria?
They do let reporters on Air Force One.
The future judicial nominations for the federal judge positions.
Well, we're putting them in rapidly. We're trying to get very good ones. I mean, we need judges that are not going to be demanding trials for every single illegal immigrant. We have millions of people that have come in here illegally, and we can't have a trial for every single person. That would be millions of trials. The people elected me in a landslide with every single, we won every swing state, we won everything there is to win by big numbers. Not only swing state, we won the popular vote by millions of votes. They elected me, this was the #1 issue, and now we have judges radicalized.
U.S. crude oil prices fall more than 4%.
Because they want us to have, if you believe this, they want us to have a trial for every person
Why
that came
are
in
gas
illegally
prices
into our
going
country.
down?
So they come into our country illegally, and then we're supposed to take weeks, I guess, and months to have a trial on every criminal, and we have murderers all over the country. I don't think the Supreme Court will stand for that. I can't believe it. Because you know what? If they do, we're not going to have a country. Go ahead.
How will you make sure that the judges that you appoint are different than that?
All you can do is do the best
I agree,
you can.
Ninja. I agree.
You try and appoint the best people to being judges or anything else that you appoint. But so far, you know, we've been very disappointed with the decisions that come out, and mostly from people appointed by others than me. But it's just so hard to believe that you have a murderer. Many, you know, we have 11,888 or whatever the number is. We have thousands of murderers in this country. We're getting them out. And they say, we don't want them out. We want them to stay in our country until they have a trial. Trials take years. They take years. It's so crazy. We won't have a country left. We can't have that happen. Who are you with? Wall Street Journal. That's what I. Well, you people treat us so badly. Wall Street Journal has truly gone to hell. Go ahead.
Picture this. Some asshole walks into your house and dumps a 10-pound bag of rice on your carpet. Is it that same lady that was climbing the mountain? Then pitches a fit when you refuse to pick up every grain individually by hand and count them.
There are talks.
Yeah, sounds like Democrats and journalists.
Wall Street Journal is
sounds familiar.
And they're really bad for this country. Go ahead.
You want a fair deal. You say you want a fair deal with China. What is a fair deal like? And you want them to...
Well, you know, I want a fair deal with China, but China's been ripping us off for many years, so maybe something should be thought about, you know, a little bit of retribution. China's been ripping us off for many years, ever since they started.
That's true.
To me, I think it was the worst thing that Richard Nixon ever did. And it was a Nixon, you know, he's the one that got it started. And they've taken advantage of.
Nixon still catching strays. Although it's not really a stray. He's not wrong.
So Mexico is saying that I offered to send U.S. troops into Mexico to take care of the cartel. She wants to know, is that true? Do you think I'm going to answer that question?
That's why I'm asking. We'll see.
I will answer it. It's true. Absolutely. Because they should be, they are horrible people that have been killing people left and right, that have been, they've made a fortune on selling drugs and destroying our people. We lost 300,000 people last year to fentanyl and drugs. They're bad news. Yeah, that's true. If Mexico wanted help with the cartels, we would be honored to go in and do it. I told her that. I would be honored to go in and do it. The cartels are trying to destroy our country. They're evil. And, you know, we had 300,000 people die last year from fentanyl and all of that. We had hundreds, we had millions of people brought into this country that shouldn't be here. The cartels brought them in. So if she said that I offered to do that, she's 100% right.
Are you disappointed that she denied that request, that she doesn't want
Well, she's so afraid of the cartel she can't walk, so, you know, that's the reason. And I think she's a lovely woman. But the president of Mexico is a lovely woman. But she is so afraid of the cartels that she can't even think straight.
So on Friday, you told Christian Walker that maybe little girls' Christmas doesn't need $35. Maybe they just...
Oh, my God. Let's not go. All I'm saying is that you don't, that a young lady, a 10-year-old girl, 9-year-old girl, a 15-year-old girl, doesn't need $37. She can be very happy with 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. I would, let's not waste a lot of time on a stupid question. What else?
Let's not waste a lot of time on a stupid question. Give me more stupid questions.
know about it, but I'm honored if that's the case. If they're going to name a road after
Hello,
me,
Jay Vickers.
if that's the case, I'm honored.
Other Jay.
Go ahead.
Who are you considering to be your more permanent national security advisor?
Well, I have a lot of people that want the job, I can tell you. It's, I mean, a lot of people say it really works in with what Marco's doing. But we have a lot of people. I'm going to be naming somebody, but we will make it. I would say within 6 months. You would do the job permanently, but I don't. I think it's, you know, it's an appropriate job.
Are you considering Stephen Miller? Are you considering Stephen Miller for that?
Stephen Miller's at the top of the totem pole. I mean, I think he sort of indirectly already has that job. You understand? Because he has a lot to say about a lot of things. He's a very valued person in the administration, Stephen Miller.
As we've reached 100 days, what do you see as your main agenda items for the next 100?
I think we had the greatest 100 days in the history of our country for an administration. I think we've done more. We've gotten rid of woke. We're strengthening up our military. Think of it. 6 months ago, we had the worst numbers.
Currently, I think this is the greatest stream, the best stream that's ever happened. The one that you're watching right now.
Numbers we've ever had. Just think of that. It's not even possible. Inflation's down. All costs are down. Everything is down, other than, as Tristan said, the thing that you carry the babies around in. But that's up 3%.
Hashtag totem pole.
Energy's down. Gasoline's down.
Don't even joke. Don't even get it started.
Nobody's ever seen anything far ahead of schedule. So people that were paying a lot for groceries, they're paying a lot less. And interest rates are even down. You know, we have a very stubborn Fed, but I mean, the Fed should lower them, but that's okay. But
right, Ninja? Nobody streams. Nobody streams like Austin, so that's neat.
I
Austin,
don't think there's ever been a better opening.
It's always perfect, always the best.
Democrats, not Republicans, but meaning more Democrats. I had a pollster that said to me, a legitimate pollster, John McLaughlin, top person. He said he's never seen polls that were so fake before, where they
the fakest of the fake polls. The mostest fakest ever.
I think it's something that should be said. It's a shame how dishonest the media is. The media is corrupt and they're dishonest, and they're so bad for our country. Thank you very much, everybody.
What's your message to
concerned about nuclear weapons?
Are you concerned about nuclear
And we'll
weapons?
continue to follow the top headlines from around.
Recoffs, get the hotel room, set up the lights and cameras. So to the extent that you have video, you have individuals that corroborate this victim's testimony. I think that's going to be
Jury
helpful for the
selection in
Department of
Diddy
Justice
trial starts tomorrow.
As far as the defense here, we are going to see the jury selection take place tomorrow. Testimony expected to get underway here in about a week or so. So the following week after jury selection.
Is that trial being streamed?
Sides looking for when you talk about a possible jury pool here? It's unlikely that people haven't necessarily heard about this case or at least know who Diddy is. So what is the
live
prosecution,
broadcast
the
of the
defense,
Diddy
what are they
trial.
looking for in a jury?
I assume I would have heard about that.
Prosecution and
was
defense, they're looking for
gonna be live
favorable
streamed.
jurors. And like you said, Josh, everyone in the entire world has heard about this case. There's no place in the country, or maybe even the world, you can move this trial to. It is indeed the trial of the century, or certainly the biggest trial since maybe Johnny Depp, maybe even going back to OJ. So what the defense is looking for, they're looking for favorable jurors. And what are favorable jurors? These are jurors that are skeptical of these types of allegations. Maybe people that think Me Too has gone too far. Maybe jurors who think that, well, women or men who put themselves in this situation can't later argue rape. This is really regret more than anything. Of course, the government is going to want to exclude those types of jurors, as well as any jurors that are potential fans of Diddy.
It's what the
we know
Epstein trial should
celebrities
have
tend
been.
to do better at criminal
Almost.
trials and even civil ones than ordinary folks. So any fans, the prosecution is going to want to get them off. Any stealth jurors, people that might want to get on this panel and write a book about it when it's all said and done. So I think both sides are going to have their jury consultants, and they're going to use their intuition to remove any of these types of jurors. We have about 600 of them coming into the
Right,
potential
Big Siege?
panel.
We haven't had a good
They'll
stream
be
trial in years.
stricken one by
But
one, and the 12
the
that remain,
Carmelo
there's gonna be 12
Anthony
jurors in this
trial
case.
is going to be sweet.
As you mentioned here, this is a high-profile case.
Who knows
There's
when
a lot
that'll
of
be?
celebrities who have been
Probably be
named,
next
involved
year
in some
sometime.
way. So I have to ask, because I know we don't necessarily know for sure
if there's-
if
is there any
Diddy will
movement on that
testify.
case?
What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that he will take the stand?
I do not think he will. I think it's far too risky for the defense to put him on the stand. Now, there have
Big
been
Siege,
some
the stabbing trial
rumors on
will very
social
likely
media
be
that he will.
televised.
And if he does, the entire case is going to come down to his testimony. Which
I mean,
is
unless he
typical
takes a plea
when
agreement
defendant takes
and
the
doesn't
stand.
go to
I think the
trial.
defense is going to focus on undermining
be
the
very
credibility of the
disappointing.
victims in this case. And if they believe that they've done a good enough job on cross-examination, they'll probably protect their client. Because if Combs takes the
Gentlemen,
stand,
how long ago
then
was
it's
the
a
Depp
free-for-all.
Heard
The
trial?
government
That
can
was
go
like-
after him, and that really opens
that was
the
like
door
3
to a
years ago at this
very
point,
grueling
gentlemen.
and aggressive cross-examination
Time just
that will
keeps
probably
on
last
rolling,
days.
right?
What about other high-profile celebrities who might be involved, maybe called to testify, might be there in the courtroom? What do we know about that?
That's the biggest question in the case, Josh. And, obviously when these allegations came out, and, this was really one of the worst kept secrets in Hollywood, there are a lot of other people who allegedly participated, many of whom are rich and famous celebrities. So the question is,
30
who
years
is going to
ago?
be named by witnesses during the course of this trial, other rich and famous celebrities,
Is there
and
a
what is
protest
going to
to
be
arrest
the
Joan of
effect on
Park?
those
What?
individuals, both inside and outside the courtroom.
Oh,
I can tell you
Joan of
now that
Park. Okay,
really
I get it
no
now.
one in Hollywood wants.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't
anything
really
to
seen
do
any
with this
protests
case. They're trying
about
to
that.
stay as far away from as possible for obvious reasons. So to the extent that Cassie takes a stand, I believe she's going to be the government's star witness, and she starts naming names. Those individuals are going to be in for a world of hurt. Their reputational fallout will be significant.
Oh yeah, let's check on the.
My last question for you here. What kind of
let's check
message
on the,
do you
donations.
think that whatever happens here is going to send about maybe accountability there in the entertainment industry?
I think it will send a significant message. Some of these allegations date back decades, Josh. And
of course, I
let's not
remember
forget,
the
if it wasn't
death
for
me witness
Cassie
in the Floyd
really
trial.
opening the door. And
Was the
filing
Floyd
that
trial the first
bombshell
one we
lawsuit.
watched on my
And if
stream? I
Diddy
think
had
it
settled
is,
it
right?
Earlier, before these allegations were made
We did the
public,
Floyd
he
trial.
may
We
still
did that
be a
lady,
free
the
man
taser
right
taser
now. It was
lady
really
that shot the guy.
her.
We did
Obviously,
the
Diddy
Rittenhouse trial,
has
of
to be
course.
responsible for his own conduct,
We of
but
course did the Daryl
this
Brooks
was
trial.
taking place for
Funniest
years,
fucking trial in
decades before
history.
anyone decided to move forward. So if
Well,
Diddy walks
I think those
away
are the
a
only
free
4
man,
trials
I think
I've
it would really
streamed like
set
every
the
day
movement
of.
back significantly. And if
And
he's
covered, like,
convicted,
the
which I
entire
believe
thing.
he will be, I think this will just be the beginning of the reckoning for the music industry. We've already seen it in the entertainment industry with
So
folks
there's
like
a protest
Weinstein.
plan for
But I
tomorrow?
think the music industry is next up for both prosecutors and civil plaintiffs' lawyers.
And one thing I think a lot of people wish is that there were cameras allowed in the courtroom so we could see all of this unfold. But of course, reporters will be there to gather the information. Not exactly the
Wow.
same, but Nima Rahmani,
Joan
thank
of
you so
Park
much for taking the
has
time to
raised
join us here. Anything you want to add? Anything I missed before I let you go?
$647,179.
Thanks, Josh. I got to agree with you on the cameras there. Unfortunately, in federal court, as well as New York State courts, there are no cameras allowed. And I'm a big believer in public access. We have free and open trials in this
Carmelo
country,
is
so that's something we
still
need to take
sitting
up
at
with our Supreme Court justices because they don't allow
520,759
cameras in federal court.
and
Instead, we get
32
those
cents.
sketches. I do believe that the public has a right to know and to watch this
Who's
trial
out here giving?
if they indeed
Who's
want
out here
to do
giving
so.
32 cents?
All right, Nima Rahmani, thank you again for taking the time, as always, to be here with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Josh. I'm sure we're going to be talking much more about this case.
For sure.
Shiloh is at 647,000 and some change. 647,179. She blew past his number. But if you think about it per capita, Carmelo's still winning. Oh yeah, the NAACP GoFundMe. Is it? That is at, wow, $341,594. God. That money's just going straight to someone's pocket. How ridiculous. Oh, the organizer has currently disabled new donations to that fundraiser. Why? I wonder why. Okay, oh, they closed it. They stopped it. Huh. Okay. So 342,000 to the kid. God, everyone in this situation got rich. Double jeopardy in Mangione case, what?
Accused of murdering the United Healthcare CEO are urging a judge to throw out his state murder charges, arguing the New York case and the federal death penalty prosecution running parallel amount to double jeopardy. If that does not happen, the defense wants terrorism charges dropped and prosecutors barred from using evidence collected during the arrest of Luigi Mangione. That includes, prosecutors say, a handgun, ammo, and a notebook describing his intent to, quote, whack an insurance executive. Mangione's lawyers also want to exclude statements their client reportedly made to police officers who took him into custody at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania. Prosecutors claim Mangione apologized to officers for, quote, the inconvenience of the day and expressed concern for the McDonald's employee who turned him in, saying, quote, a lot of people will be upset that I was arrested. The 26-year-old suspect accused of fatally shooting Brian Thompson outside of a Manhattan hotel back on December 4th. A lot to discuss here, so I do want to bring in Andrea Lewis, a trial attorney and former felony
why did he
prosecutor.
use a silencer?
Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. And first off, I
just
do
being
want to
courteous.
ask
It
you
was
here,
early in the
because
morning.
we do have
You didn't want
those
to wake
state
anyone
and
up.
federal charges, and the cases are running parallel. So how does that make the legal process maybe a little bit more complex?
Sure. So this is not that uncommon. It doesn't happen in every case, of course, but it's not unheard of to have state and federal charges that are happening at the same time. Of course, that complicates things tremendously for the defense, because assuming that the same defense lawyers are going to be defending him in each one of these different jurisdictions, that's going to be quite a burden on them to not only attend all these hearings, get their evidence ready, get ready for trial in those two different, both the state and the federal court. So it presents certainly challenges for the defense itself, but it does happen quite frequently.
And as I mentioned here off the top, the defense attorneys are arguing that that is a case of double jeopardy. And I do want to get your take as a legal expert there. Is that the case? Is this motion likely to succeed?
No.
No, it's not. Frankly, I'm a little surprised they did that at this point, because double jeopardy, as most people know, a defendant is not supposed to be able to be tried twice. Just as the name sounds, they're not supposed to be able to be put in jeopardy twice. Well, generally, the jeopardy, as it's termed there under the case law, attaches in terms of a jury trial after the jury
Trial
is
by
sworn.
jeopardy questions.
So here,
Remember
we
the
don't
judge
even have
in
a trial that started yet. We
was
have
it the
no
George
jury
Floyd case
selected.
where he
This
would
is
ask
really
the jury members
preliminary.
like Jeopardy
They're
trivia
just, these are
questions in the
charges that have
morning
just
before
been
they started?
filed. So arguing double jeopardy at this point is
Or
not
was that the
likely to be
Rittenhouse
successful.
trial? I'm confusing all of them.
What are the legal implications of Mangione's alleged manifesto? I talked about that off the top as well, because prosecutors say it criticizes corporate America and essentially tries to justify this killing.
Sure.
That was
I mean,
Rittenhouse?
that is
Yeah, okay.
going to be critical and compelling evidence in this case. From based on just
Yeah.
what we've heard that's been in the manifesto so far, as you noted, it talks about his disdain for the healthcare industry. He really had very passionate feelings about how just disgusting that he felt that the healthcare industry was as a whole. And the prosecutors are going to use all of that evidence in there to try to show his intent. That'll be relevant for like the terrorism charges, for instance, because that is largely going to be driven by what was his intent when he carried out these acts. So those
Was Morgan Freeman
could
in Double
potentially
Jeopardy?
be admitted as admissions by the defendant, and which would of course be damning evidence against him.
When you talk about the death penalty, because we learned a few months back from Attorney General Pam Bondi that they would be pursuing the death penalty, does that influence the legal strategy and the potential outcomes here?
Absolutely. I mean, the stakes really go through the roof at that point. The death penalty, of course, just it complicates the legal process extensively. And that's for a multitude of reasons. Number one, it's going to be much more difficult to get a jury. Number two, obviously, there's going to be a lot more motion practice anytime the death penalty is on the table. The lawyers don't waste any time filing motion after motion to try to either, get it to a circumstance where either the judge will take it off the table or things of that nature. So it certainly raises the stakes. It's going to draw out the jury selection. It'll make the trial more lengthy. So it does change things quite a bit.
I didn't think...
You talked about this a little already, but what challenges
I couldn't come up with who was in that movie off the
linking
top of my head.
actions to
So it was
terrorism,
Ashley Judd, Tommy Lee
and how
Jones.
could
That sounds more correct.
You already
to me.
kind of touched on the terrorism charge, and that's what a lot of people kind of focused on when this
Yeah,
was
Lynn,
all
what's your
announced.
favorite movie?
Sure. So terrorism charges, that the role there, the reason why the prosecutors are pursuing that is because it would ultimately enhance the penalties. If
What's
ultimately
everyone's
the jury
favorite
agreed
movie,
that was
for
the
that
case.
matter?
So his intent, why did he do it? Did
What kind of
he
movies do you like,
commit
chat?
these acts in an effort to intimidate or coerce members of the public? If that's the case, then maybe the jury finds that he's
Lynn, your
guilty
favorite
of
movie,
terrorism.
Sunset Boulevard?
But so that's where the manifesto
movie.
comes in, because the manifesto, from what we've heard, largely spells out why he was doing this, what the beliefs were that he had. We keep hearing the word
Hello,
that he's
we
gonna,
see
he said he was
Jadahai,
going to
Hong
whack
Kong Kong.
the CEO. Well, he
Like the Ninja, the
explains in
Matrix.
there why he wanted to do that. So all of that is going to come into play
Siege, Honey, I
in
Shrunk the
terms
Kid,
of the
2001: Space
terrorism
Odyssey,
charges.
Blue
But
Sky.
that said, that manifesto, the all of these
Kelly's
things
Heroes
related
for
to
Jay
his intent,
Davis.
that's also could potentially be mitigating factors if it's found that he has some type of a mental defect, he's having some delusions or other mental capacity concerns that may ultimately mitigate his charges at the appropriate time.
Since the arrest happened, and really since the murder happened, and you had the surveillance video and photos that were released, and you could see the suspect, a lot of people in the public have had their own thoughts, very serious thoughts and feelings about the case very strongly. Does that influence the case? How could that influence this as maybe it does go to trial and we see jury selection get underway? There's been extensive media coverage. How does all of that kind of factor in?
Well, that's a great question. So let's just look at the time when he was on the run to get an indicator of what the public's perception of this was. What we saw was many people saying, look, this was really bad. We didn't want, it's bad that someone was killed, but boy, did the healthcare industry, have they done a lot of terrible things over the year? And it's no surprise that this hasn't happened before, which was just really shocking to hear from the public as a whole, this sort of outcry against the healthcare giants, really. And so now how does that come into play with jury selection? Well, if that's what the general public feels, then we know that's what there's going to be many people on the jury that feel that way. So it's going to be far more difficult for the prosecution,
the fact that he
really,
did
and the
nothing
defense
about his
to get a
unibrow is
jury
proof enough
who
he
has
has a
not
mental
heard about this
defect.
case, has not prejudged it, and does not have strong feelings
Blaine,
about it.
you have to have a
Think about
unibrow
this, too.
next time we
Think of how
stream,
many
okay?
jurors are
We're gonna
going to
get
have
a
their own
unibrow
personal
going.
experiences, maybe bad experiences with various healthcare companies where they didn't have something covered or a loved one passed away maybe because they didn't have the proper care. So that's going to be a significant
here.
issue
Layman,
that
favorite movie, The Earthling.
prosecutor and defense have to tackle during jury
Face
selection.
Transporter,
Andrea
Kimbo,
Lewis, as always,
Braveheart,
thank you so
Godfather
much
2,
for taking the time to
Idiocracy.
join us and discuss all this further.
You
Anything else
missed
you want to
movies.
add? Anything we missed?
You know you can still
before I
watch
let you go?
movies, right?
No, this is really going to be an interesting case. I mean, it
AH,
obviously
Brazil,
has been in the headlines, and
Chief,
America's
Galaxy
following
Quest.
it closely for the reasons I just stated.
That movie is
a
like,
lot of
it
people
is really
can
funny.
empathize with
It's
really
so
kind of
dumb,
where
but it's
his
really funny.
heart was. Although many, of course, say, "But you
Big
never
Steve's
should
favorite
have done
movie,
what
Need
you
for
did."
Speed 13.
So it'll
Why
be
not
interesting to
Need
see what
for
the
Speed
jury
18?
ultimately decides.
All right, Andrea, thank you so much for taking the time to be here on this Sunday. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Got some Terminator 2 love in the chat. Lynn, Princess Bride, Goonies, No Face Starship Troopers. Yeah, I've seen that movie so many fucking times. Conan the Barbarian, Rocky. Oh, okay, Kimba. St. Floyd's Banana. We got a Braveheart mention. Earlier we were talking about rape classes for people. What was that in the UK? For the immigrants in the UK. Remember this though?
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Clown World indeed. Oh, this will be good.
White people only respect violence. And that's why when I'm outside of work, I don't hesitate to jump down their motherfucking throats anytime they try to play with me. Because they know exactly what the fuck they be doing. The only grace I have is for people that look like me. Other than that, foot on throat, 24/7. White people only.
No face. What's the conversation like? How's your rape class coming along? Did you meet new friends? That's so exciting. What'd you have for lunch? Fractal Ninja, the whole class is just that previous video on repeat for 90 minutes. Oh god. Yeah, okay, lady. John, they don't think that be that way, but it do. They be doing. Stop. Don't touch me there. Layman, don't be getting that stuck in my head. What the fuck? AI has gone too far. What? This actually, oh, it turns out this isn't actually AI. This is real. Catnip, I did not donate. I did not donate to her, to Shiloh.
How you guys doing? Retards! Retards! How you guys doing? Look at all these retards. How you doing, sir?
Dumb motherfucker.
Hey.
You can't even put your flag on correctly. You don't have my permission to record.
I'm recording you. What are you going to do? Ma'am, why are you shaped like that? Why are you shaped like
Why
that?
are you shaped like that?
Oh, there you go. Recording.
Permission to record us.
Call the cops.
Go away.
Hey, thank you for your service, sir. Appreciate you.
All the Christians in the world living in the country.
What's that? Thank you for your service, sir. I don't know how you ended up with these people. Thank you for your service. I don't know.
Look at that, going to the library.
How you guys doing? How's everybody doing? Oh my God, a Tesla! A Tesla! Nazi! A Nazi! A Nazi! They're awesome cars. They're awesome cars.
Cop killer! No, cop killer!
Absolutely, yes.
Cop killer!
What? Sir. Hey, I know you hate me. I love you, though. Praise Christ. How you doing, sir?
Doing fine. Thanks for the retards.
Yeah, I said retard a bunch of times because, I mean, look at you guys. Look at all you guys.
When did you learn the English?
Praise Christ. Sir, what do you do? You look like you work hard your whole life and you're with these fucking idiots? Come on, man. It's sad. How you doing, sir?
Well, this looks like it was a good one. Does this guy have any more content? He goes by Rune Goon. Okay.
What the nursing home have a fucking field trip today? Look at all these retards.
You're a fat retard. Was that you that just flipped the...
So he just goes around calling people retarded. All right. Does that earn a follow from me? What do you think, chat? Missile fired by Houthis lands near Israel's main airport.
What we're going to hear from the Houthis is a lot of exaggeration. They're going to promote their success, all right, their successful strike. Even though it hit the grounds of Ben Gurion Airport, thankfully it didn't hit an airplane, didn't hit one of the main buildings. Nevertheless, they're going to tout this success, right? We're going to be hearing about it for a while. Are they going to increase their attacks? I don't know. I can't say for sure. But if we look at history, right? For example, the Houthis fired a drone, I believe it was sometime last year, and it successfully hit a building in Tel Aviv to kill the person. I didn't notice, at least I didn't observe.
Austin, don't act like you aren't jealous at the idea's simplicity.
Right? So, which is
I love
good
it.
news. So it wouldn't surprise
Why didn't I
me to
think
see
of
some
that?
of the same here, all right? But we definitely will see a lot of propaganda from the Houthis and their allies about this missile that struck the grounds of Ben Gurion Airport.
Yeah, let's get into the response, because an attack like this, you can see them have some success in doing it. They might want to replicate it like you mentioned. How quickly does Israel need to respond to potentially thwart any of those efforts by the Houthis?
Right, so we've already saw some observed some signaling by the Israelis, right? I believe even last night or just a few hours after it happened, Israel's defense minister, he made a statement saying that whoever hits Israel, whoever attacks Israel, they will be attacked as well. So the defense minister was effectively saying that they were going to respond to the Houthis. And I'm not surprised. I completely understand why they would, and I'm not surprised if they would. So, nevertheless, now
Wolface, you're welcome.
Looking at
I almost failed
historically,
tonight. I almost
when the
wasn't.
Israelis,
I almost didn't stream
responded
tonight.
to Houthi
I almost
attacks
failed
and
on day
gone
4
all the way
of
to
my
Yemen,
streaming every day
to
of
carry
May
out strikes.
challenge.
Usually,
I'm glad
it's
I'm
been
here.
within a week or two. So I don't see why it would change now. I think the most important part here, if the Israelis do respond against the Houthis, which I expect they will, what are they going to attack? All right. Why do I say this? Well, it's because the U.S. has already been, as we know, for weeks now, the U.S. has been striking military targets belonging to the Houthis in Yemen. So I think the strategy here, at least by Israel, for the Israelis, is they want to make the Houthis hurt, all right? They want the Houthis to hurt following this strike. But what are they going to hit? I think targets such as the Houthis' leadership may be a possible target. However, the Houthis' leadership, of course, they've been in hiding for the last weeks. Why? Well, because of the U.S. military strike. So that complicates efforts. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Israelis are going to go after. All right, just because the United States has already hit quite a few targets in Yemen. So we don't know yet. But again, something to observe and watch. But I completely expect for the Israelis to respond sooner rather than later against the Houthis.
Such a long-winded way to say Israel's probably going to respond.
Versus what we saw with the last administration in terms of the Houthi rebels. I also want to put up
and
this
the United States is paying for it.
Talking about President Trump talking about this statement, saying the attacks by the Houthis emanate from Iran. Israel will respond to the Houthi attack against our main airport and at a time and place of our choosing to their Iranian terror masters. In terms of this, I know it's missed by the Israel and U.S. Defense Forces. How much in coordination will the U.S. be in with Israel to see this as a requisite response?
Oh yeah, I completely expect there will be a close cooperation there, just simply because we know that the U.S. military is already operating over Yemen. All right, so they need to coordinate the attack. I'm not saying that they're going both attack at the same time, but there's definitely going to be coordination. Again, we know that Israel and the United States are very close partners, especially with the military. So I expect this, but I'm glad you did bring up the Iran part of this, because it is it's a big part of this issue here. Now, we've seen it many times, not only with the Houthis, but of course with Hamas, other Palestinian armed groups, Hezbollah in Lebanon. They strike or they carry out an attack against Israel. Israel responds, right? But we have to remember, a lot of these groups, they are armed, they're supported by Iran, and it seems that Iran gets away with a lot of this, right? So President Trump alluded. He just actually, I think he made a statement of deterrence against Iran, and I'm glad he said it, because at the end of the day, I think it's Iran that's behind most of what's happening right now in the Middle East, specifically with the Houthis and what's happening in Gaza and Israel. So I think it may be time for a change in strategy. I understand why Israel or the United States would attack these proxy organizations or these groups backed by Iran.
Gas prices
but I think it's time
not stepping in line.
The main player behind these groups to also start to feel some of the heat, because again, Iran, Tehran, they support these organizations significantly. So I think Iran needs to be called out here, and I'm glad President Trump did that.
Yeah, we're seeing some of those potential deterrences against the Houthis, against Iran in terms of sanctions, in terms of oil as well. So we'll see if that has any impact. Joe, anything else you're keeping an eye on? Because this was a big development day in terms of this ballistic missile getting through a near miss at an international airport in Tel Aviv. Anything else you're keeping an eye on in the region?
Right. Well, there's always something going on, right? Yeah. Of course, with the Houthis. Again, we talked a little bit about Gaza. Thankfully, things in Lebanon with Hezbollah aren't too crazy right now. But
says it's
also,
always the same talk
Syrian
with this shit.
Is quite interesting.
I agree, right?
I think with the Druze minority
this clip
being,
could be
coming
played
by the Syrian government
anytime
and the Israelis.
In this conversation,
the
and it would
so that
be the
would
same
be a
shit.
front, all right, that may open up, all right. We've seen already some attacks by the Israelis against the Syrian government. So that's something I'm keeping an eye on, and I think you all should too. Hopefully, it won't get out of hand.
Okay,
Truthman. But yeah, there's a lot of fronts, a lot of hotspots in the Middle East right now. Definitely.
Oh, right now?
All right, definitely, and we appreciate
a lot of hotspots in the Middle East right now.
This Joe Truzman on a Sunday. Thanks again for joining us here on Live Now.
Okay, what the hell? What the hell are these? Hung and Dawes posted these in the Discord. What are we doing here? Gluron street interviews?
What body part do you find the most attractive?
Deep nostrils.
Okay.
What? I like them deep.
She's a deep queen.
Shut up, Lorca.
Sorry.
Shut up.
My name is Kuzu Veldor. I have a severe learning disability. We're out here on these streets. You know we ain't nowhere near Deedle. And we're asking the real questions to the real blurring. Let's get to it. Snap.
Fractal Ninja, is Texas still apocalypsing? Well, that live we were watching ended, so either the apocalypse is over or the apocalypse got that guy. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one.
What can a Glurin say in the bedroom to get you in the mood?
Are you recording? Are you this?
Yeah, we're recording.
Are you?
This is a camera.
Am I being the recorded?
What was that?
Okay, if you're recording this, that's not okay because I need to put on my hat.
Okay. Once again, AI is getting out of hand. Representative Jasmine Crockett gives advice to black students. Use a chair against haters. What do you mean use a chair?
There are going to be people that tell you that you don't belong, and I am here to tell you over and over and over that you absolutely belong. There are people that are going to tell you that there is not a table in which there is a seat for you, but I am here to remind you of Montgomery and those folding chairs. Let me tell you
No face, that wasn't AI. That was
we know how
teachers.
to use a chair, whether we pulling it up or we doing something else with it. Let me be the first one to tell you that I know that y'all are ready to put your boots on the ground.
Did she just declare war?
That's your cue. There we go.
What is Brandon Straka saying the truth about Scott Pressler is? Is Brandon Straka saying Scott Pressler is a fraud? I don't really want to watch a 15-minute video about this. Can we get the glyph notes here? And this is just part one? Come on, man.
Conditioned at this point to believe that Scott Pressler registered tens of thousands of voters in 2024 and delivered Pennsylvania for President Trump.
Jay, oh no, who are any of these people? Brandon Straka started the walkaway movements. He's a former Democrat who turned Republican because of Trump. He also was arrested at January 6th. He never went inside the Capitol. He was just like there filming some stuff and asking some questions. He got arrested after it spent like almost a year in jail, I think. And then Scott Pressler is the, I'm pretty sure Brandon's gay, right? And then Scott Pressler's the other gay Republican with the long hair. Kind of looks like Caitlin Collins from CNN. And he allegedly delivered Pennsylvania to Trump, according to him, because of how many people he registered as Republicans.
Some of you may even believe he registered hundreds of thousands of voters. And some of you...
Is this just some gay drama? Is this just like the Republican gays having drama with each other? Do I even care about any of this? I think I don't. Let's see here.
I'm hoping I can break, then I won't have time, but if it's a week, then I'm definitely gonna head out for a little bit.
Looks like the storm has died down. He's in Crane, Texas. This guy's in Crane, Texas. Young Sneed, Austin, when are you going to step up your police chase streams by actually streaming from your phone while you flee at high speed from a police helicopter? You know?
So if it's going to be...
If this content drought keeps up, I might just have to create my own. I've been waiting on one of you hongers to start live streaming yourselves getting arrested. You know?
I love that.
Come on, take one for the team. Take one for Team Hong. Go do some dumb shit and make sure you're streaming the entire time.
Things are cooking. There we go.
Jeef, what? I missed that. I missed that situation. Holy shit.
And extend the warning. You know you want to.
Oh, they will.
You're watching from Lubbock? Welcome in. Yeah, tomorrow you could be under the gun for severe weather, so keep an eye out.
Yeah, I would not be surprised with that. It's always post.
Is the game over now?
This is how to deal with kitchen and bathroom fires.
Need a spoon to whoa, what the fuck? Holy shit.
Lynn, yes, Lynn got us some content last month.
What is this? Oh, wait a minute.
True, Kimba.
Wait, I'm gonna shut the TV off now. What in the world is this? Oh! Holy shit. Ah! How the fuck is this?
Streaming his empty chair, what?
Oh!
Oh, on his personal channel, not on the Ginger Tree.
Oh shit. I'm gonna put the pepper in. And how do I put down this fire? Nah, fuck. It's not a good idea to make a video when you're so tired. Oh shit, how do you put a fire out like that? Wait a minute. Ah shit, I hate fire. Maybe with vegetable juice. A little bit of juice. Okay, there you go. I once had this fire, and in a pot, and I put some water, okay, to put out the fire. And when the water touched the fire, it just exploded. Got even worse.
Yeah.
There are some kinds of fires sometimes that don't get taken out. For fuck's sake, it's still soft. I'm just trying to get it a bit softer.
What the fuck?
You can put some... Oh shit. You can put some flammable stuff on it. Like, this thing. But it's not a good idea. Ouch! It's not a good idea because it's kind of like... not good to drink. It's like poison or something, so you don't want to put it on your food. Expose this to some kind of heat just to get it a bit softer because it's still hard. Wait a minute. Oh, well, it doesn't work. Oh, anyway. Let's see. Well, we'll see. Anyway. You know, whoa. Okay, looks like... Oh,
Crackheads,
fuck.
man.
There's some salt. Take the fire out. What the fuck? Ah, shit. Come on. Whoa! For heaven's sake.
Strowman, this is madness.
It's gonna die. I'm gonna fucking get... alright. Fuck. On second thought...
Wolfface says, a female
looks
cop
like I
that I
could
knew
change
said she
aluminum
was
right
at
now.
home and loaded a shell into her shotgun, but then freaked out and didn't know how to eject it safely.
It's
So
all
she and her
slippery,
lesbian girlfriend drove to the
so
woods
it
to
doesn't
shoot it.
roll well when I try to
What?
make it roll with the fork.
Oh, November, yes, this is science. This is all in the name of science.
Alright. Usually it says we should put the milk in the blender, but wait a minute, there's smoke. Ah, shit. Ah, for fuck's. No, wait a minute. Put some water. Alright. That happens sometimes. Usually some water and fire goes out. Maybe there was something.
Sorry, that happens sometimes. Looks like it happens to you all the time, buddy.
Stuck inside, I don't know. Oh, for fuck's sake, what the hell is wrong with this place?
Oh, yeah. Yes, blame the place. This kitchen's broken, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. Alright, guys. I actually streamed longer than I thought I would tonight. I'm fucking exhausted, though. And I'm going to be ending this stream now. We'll see you all tomorrow night, because I'm streaming every single day in May. I've made a pledge to the zone, and I'm sticking to it. Every single day. Now, I might, I might do a live stream here. I don't really know. I don't know what'll happen. Something will happen, or nothing will happen. But either way, I'll be streaming. So, good night, everybody. See you later. Okay, bye. Here it is.